Supreme Court declines to revive Bill Cosby prosecution. CNN. The Supreme Court left in place Monday on opinion by Pennsylvania's highest court that overturned comedian Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction, rejecting a bid from Pennsylvania prosecutors to review the decision. Cosby was convicted by aggravated indecent assault in 2018 for drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constant in his Pennsylvania home in 2004. He was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in a state prison. He was released from prison in June after the state Supreme Court overturned his sexual assault conviction on the grounds that his due process rights had been violated. The Pennsylvania State Supreme Court justices said in their opinion that a former Montgomery County District Attorney's decision to not prosecute Cosby in 2005 in return for his deposition in a civil case was ultimately used against him by trial. In a statement on behalf of Cosby and his family, publicist Andrew Watt praised the justices for following the rules of law and protecting the constitutional rights of all American citizens. Mr. Cosby's constitutional rights were the reprehensible bait and switched by Kevin Steele, Judge Steve T. O'Neill, and their cohort. Watt said, This is truly a victory for Mr. Cosby, but it shows that cheating will never get you far in life, and the corruption that lies within Montgomery County District Attorney Office has been brought to the center stage of the world. Montgomery County District Attorney's Office, which led the high-profile court case against Cosby, said in November that the main question of field centered around the 14th Amendment and the right to due process. The question presented to the court is where a prosecutor publicly announced that he will not file criminal charges based on the lack of evidence. Does the due process clause of the 14th Amendment transform that announcement into a binding promise that no charges will ever be filed, a promise that the target may rely on as if it were a grant of immunity to release a state. As the decision stands now, it could have far-reaching negative consequences across the country, District Attorney Kevin Steele said in a statement. The justice on Monday rejected the petition to take up the case without comment. Jennifer Bonjean, a lawyer for Cosby, had argued the court not to step in. Under the unique fact of the case, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court concluded that the former district attorney had made an unconditional promise of non-prosecution, and that Cosby had relied on that promise to his detriment, namely for foregoing his Fifth Amendment guarantees and testifying at 4 days of depositions, and that as the matter of fundamental fairness, the promise should be enforced, she said. This story has been updated with additional details. CNN's Taylor Romain contributed to this report.